kind of like common sense. So now I'm going to join. This sleeve has no notches, yeah. This, I don't think there's a front or a back. I think they're even. They're the same, okay? Like your muslin, you had a front and a back. Okay, so now you're going to join. Instead of the muslin, you set it in like a circle. This one you can do it like this first. So find the center of your shoulder, which should be right here at the top of your shoulder. And if it's a little uneven, my pattern was uneven, just snip it off and even it out. So we're joining this curve, armhole. This sleeve is going to be here. Okay? So match the center to the center of your shoulder. Flip it over. Pin it. And then you're going to ease it just a little bit. This kind of sleeve hardly has any ease actually. Just a very small amount. So you will not have problems with any tucks.
Hopefully.
Okay. The curve of your armhole, you can snip it a little bit to fit in. You're going to do a 5/8 seam. So just pin and sew. So this is easier to do this way than the other way. But you can do this for like men's shirts, but not for a fitted women's dress. So I'm going to rush this for you. 5/8 seam. This part's easy. And I think on your pattern it tells you have buttonhole marks, yeah? So you can make sure you get enough buttons and you make those amount of buttonholes. Change the buttonholes to vertical instead of horizontal. On your... You both got this one, yeah? This one says horizontal buttonhole. Change it to vertical. I think it looks much nicer vertical. So you sew your sleeve on. Okay, you're going to be pinning it first, yeah? And ease it just a little bit. So you have better luck if you pin across when you do sleeves. So the sleeve, you do the sleeves first and then you do your side seams. The side seams will be easy. You just sew it together, 5/8. You know how to match the underarm. And then you need to serge it. Oh, you also need to serge your sleeves, your sleeve seam.
The part you're sewing right now?
Yeah, after you sew, you serge together, yeah? And then you're going to do the side seams and serge it up. And then go back to your... While I'm doing this, read your part about the buttonhole. You need to align the center fronts together. And your buttonhole center should be 5/8 from the edge of your fold. And then the pattern, I think it has dots here for the buttons.
Yep.
So you need to, if you have a 1/2 inch button, you're going to have to make a little mark. You can use like these to mark your buttonhole marking on your fabric. Any questions so far or anything?
Do you have interfacing that we can use?
Yeah, there's lots of interfacing in the back you can get. There's a lighter one than the one we use for the collar.
That would be for the buttons.
Yeah, you would have to cut 2 pieces that would fit, that wide, 2.5 wide by the length of the front. Yeah, just cut 2 strips. And then the interfacing is going to go all the way to the fold of your front. Then you would serge the seam, cut off all these threads. So now the sleeve looks like this, yeah? Okay, so now it's starting to look like a shirt. And then you do this, after you serge, you would flip it over and sew the whole side seam. You notice on the edge it's like this, on the hem. They do it because so it can fit in better. You will have less bubbles. So follow that shape.
Wouldn't it be easier to hem the sleeve before you sew the side seam?
No, it has to be a clean finish on the edge. If you did it first, after, then you'd have a raw seam showing. So you want the circle to be really clean. That's the reason why we hem. Okay, I'm not going to serge it, I'm just going to sew it. So 5/8. And then you kind of pivot at that notch, yeah? And then you're going to press, the seam goes towards the sleeve, just like you did your muslin. And you want to match the points best you can. So always put your pin and leave. Don't take the pin out when you're matching. Most of you did a really good job on your matching, on your muslin. So that I was very proud of you. So here you're going to pivot a little bit. Okay, this part's easy. Okay, so then you have a sleeve. This is half the shirt. Okay, so it's looking like this now. Okay, so all you have to do now, after you serge, is to do the buttonholes in the front. So the important thing is to know where you fold it. That's why I said to go ahead and crease it.
We have to hem the sleeve in the bottom too.
Yeah, that's easy. You know how to hem, right? You're going to do 1/4 inch first. 1/4 inch first, and then about 5/8 on the sleeve. Okay? And then, so this part, when you do the buttonholes, you're going to line these 2 things up. And the left goes over the right. So the points of this collar, you see where this point is? That's actually going to meet each other. Like that. Okay. And I don't know if the button, I don't think there's a button way up here. I think it just starts from down here. Did anybody notice your pattern? No? So I think the baby shirt might only have 3 buttons. Okay, so your buttonholes go on the left side. Okay, so you should have markings on the pattern. So say if the mark is here, so just for instance, if it's here, and your button is a 1/2 inch, and then you have another mark here, say, okay? Your button is a 1/2 inch, you're going to make a 1/2 inch mark like this, okay? And make the N and the N. That will guide you, okay? Okay, and you know how to do buttonholes already?
Yep.
Okay.
So we do 5 5/8 hem on all of the, like the bottom and the sleeve.
Yeah, this one.